reach her with His love. It's all about saving grace, all about living love, being Jesus to those He came to save, sharing life and giving our own away, all about serving God, all about saving grace.
Welcome to the Point of Grace Steady On Radio Special. I'm Jon Rivers. It is indeed a pleasure over the next hour to introduce you to not only these four wonderful women who form Point of Grace, but it's also a delight to introduce you to many of the songs from one of the finest contemporary Christian albums ever recorded. This is really an amazing project. What a work Brown Bannister and all the guys did. Before we talk about the music of Steady On, why don't we talk to the members of Point of Grace, Shelley Phillips, Denise Jones, Heather Floyd, and Terry Jones, to catch us up on their lives since the release of their last project, 1996's Life, Love, and Other Mysteries. Shelley, what's been going on in your life?
Actually, well, since our last album was released, I have gotten married. And it's been a great year and a half, actually a little more than that. And my husband actually puts up with me, so it's
unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. It really is. And no, you know, he's a really sweet person, and everyone just says, Shelley, I don't know how you got such a nice guy because you're so mean, you know. So I'm mean for both of us, no. But so we've gotten married and we've gotten a little dog, and she's our furry child, a little Cocker Spaniel, and her name is Snickers, and Denise gave her the name.
Yes.
And then I tried to name her baby and she wouldn't let me, but I don't know. It would seem only fair, but.
And Denise, you've been busy as well.
Well, about the past year, I had a little baby boy last October. His name is Spencer Donald Jones. It was named after both of our dads. And we call him Spence. And he is just the perfect little road dog. He just goes everywhere with us. And it's been different to have a baby on the road, but it's just added more joy to what I do, I think. And my husband and I, Stu, are just loving being parents, and it'll change your life. It's kind of where we are.
All right. Heather, what's going on in your life?
What's going on in my life? I am buying a house, my first big purchase. Yeah, I'm kind of freaking out.
Purchase.
I'm kind of freaking out about it. Yes. It's scary to do that on your own, you know. And I took a photography class. Just took my final last week. Hopefully passed it. I had to do a self-portrait for my final, and like set it up on a tripod and take interesting, creative pictures of myself.
Ooh, I want to see him.
We'll be selling those at our product table.
Well, Terry, what about you?
Well, a year ago we bought our first house, and 2 weeks ago I had my first child. So it's been a great year, a big year, and we are just loving being parents, and it's just really fun. And Cole is awesome. He's sleeping a lot, which is a good thing, and so we're just having a ball. Oh, let me tell his name. His name's Cole DeVore Jones. Cole is just the name that we like, and DeVore is my dad and my grandfather and my great uncle's middle name.
It's very stately, like very DeVore.
Yes.
It's regal. Yes, regal is a good word.
And unique.
And now you have a brand new album that I have to tell you, ladies, is incredible.
Steady on.
It's really
We're glad that you think so. We were scared
right.
of what you might say.
I say, I love it. On to the first cut now. This is really one incredible song. Well, out of many incredible songs. Steady On.
Well, I actually get to sing the song, so
Heather Floyd.
I really like it. And when we heard the demo, it was just a great demo, and I think it's the title of the album, and I think it's a great title because it kind of speaks for where we are as a group. Shelley said the other day, you know, we haven't changed any at all. We're still the same people. You know, we want everybody to know that we're still the same girls as we were when we were Stay Safe.
Yeah.
Next, on the Point of Grace Steady On radio special, some of the secrets behind this incredible album from Point of Grace. The production secrets that captured these ladies' talents like never before.
Different things are going on through all of the songs.
It was spontaneous too. It wasn't like
Yeah.
he had preconceived the ideas. He would just listen to the song and go, okay, da 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 da. You know, he would hear it and we're like, where did you get that?
Welcome back to the Point of Grace Steady On radio special. I'm Jon Rivers. Thank you for being with us. I talked to the ladies in the group about another of their big radio hits from Steady On, the song My God.
You know, you always hear how God, calls us his children. And this song to me is it's like security. It's like God saying, you are mine. Not only are you mine, but I'm yours. I am your God. And I am not going to let you down. I was floored by the song. It just set me back. I mean, I was like, I'd listen to the demo and just play that song over and over again. I'd be on the treadmill, walking on the treadmill, and just, have my hands in the air. And the guy at the gym was like, oh, what are you listening to? I want to know what you're listening to. It just speaks of the sovereignty of God and how big he is, and yet how much attention that we get from him, and how we don't realize that he is so big, and we'll never understand how big he is, but yet it doesn't matter because he loves us so much. And it's one of the songs that is security to me. It's just, that's what it is. It's my security, knowing that I'm his child and he's my God.
All my life, you have been with me. How could I pretend not to see? I was walking on the line. I was wasting precious time. All I know is that you love me. If I call, you will set me free. It's a promise that you made. It's a truth that will not change. Please help me to remember. My God has never let me down. My God has turned my world around. He loves me even though I know I don't deserve him. My God has never turned away. He's with me every single day. He's broken all the chains and set this captive free. Seems to you all your hope is gone. Never found a love that's strong. It's a chance you have to take, a choice you've got to make. I hope that you'll remember. My God will never let you down. My God can turn your world around. He loves us even though I know we don't deserve him. My God will never turn away.
Point of Grace and My God. One of the amazing aspects of the group's latest release, Steady On, is how much more fresh, intimate, and distinctive the vocals are compared to their previous releases, which were wonderful. So I had to ask, how in the world did you get these unique, up-close, intimate sounds on this album?
We took a lot more time this time to get that right. And I think that we can attribute a lot of that to Brown Bannister for giving us the time to really make it right. You know, because a lot of time, well, actually, on all of the last 3 albums that we've done, it's been like, we've been on tour, we got 1 month to get this album done, or, you know, a certain amount of time and certain hours in the day. And this time, we kind of left it open and said, you know, when we finish, we finish, and we've got this time here at the end to carry over if we need to and stuff. And so we weren't rushed, you know, and it felt really good to take the time to get the microphone that sounded really good on each of our voices and to feel really strong about and confident about how we sounded and stuff. And Brown did that. And then, of course, the vocals, Chris Eaton and Brent Bourgeois did all those, and both of them are just incredible. And he really took it to a whole nother level of just adding a whole bunch of just depth to each of the songs. Different things are going on through all of the songs, and I think that intimate thing that you're talking about, he really brings out too.
It was spontaneous too. It wasn't like he had preconceived the ideas. He would just listen to the song and go, okay, da 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 da. You know, he would hear it, and we're like, where did you get that?
Yeah.
And where is that going to go?
Yeah.
And then he'd sing it over Chris Eaton would sing his ideas over the track, and we'd be like, you're so smart.
Yeah,
you know?
that's great.
And I think just that he really brought a new level of creativity, and I mean, we give a lot of the credit for just the new creativity that I really feel like is there versus our other albums to Chris. But he was just very, very creative.
He's a pretty good golfer too.
Multi-talented then. What was it like working with producer extraordinaire Brown Bannister, really?
You know what? He is just the neatest person.
Denise Jones.
In fact, he said at the party we were a little uncertain whether we were for sure going to work with him, because we had worked with him on a project before, and we were there from like 10 in the morning to like 4:30 the next morning to do one song, and we were just like, you know what, if we have to do that through our whole record, I had just had Spence, you know, I was like, I can't do that, you know. And so when we took him to eat, we were like, first of all, we have to ask you one question, you know, what are our hours going to be?
Can we be done at 11 p.m.?
And he laughed. I mean, he was like, y'all are serious, aren't you? We were like, yeah, we're dead serious.
I mean, for those people who don't know, Brown had a reputation in Nashville
Shelley Phillips.
that he's, you know, just worked all the time. He would work from, you know, 7 in the morning till 7 at night, and then take
Didn't
a little
need to
nap,
eat.
lay his head down on the table in the studio, take a little, you know, 30-minute nap, and then start something else. I mean, that was his reputation.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you that a lot of that's true, you know, or was true. And so he sort of went through a time right before we went to him, a personal time of, you know, kind of going, I can't do this anymore. You know, my family needs me. And so he sort of chilled out at a good time for us, right before we said, hey, you know, have you changed? And he could honestly say, yeah, I really think this would work. I'm not going to do 5 projects at the same time and all that. So,
And I can honestly say, he's probably one of the most sincere, genuine people that I've ever met.
Terry Jones.
You know, just someone, when you look at them, you know they're listening to you, and you know that they really care, and that, you know, that means all the world when you're doing an album. You know, it's not just that they're good musically or that they have a good ear. It's their heart, and he was so into our songs, picking out every single one of our songs, and just to use one producer was such a blessing this time. And it feels so cohesive, and he just brought all of that together for us. He was like the missing link of what we needed in another opinion, and in someone to be genuinely caring about our album and stuff. And so he did a great job.
Back to music, and it's so hard to pick which songs we want to play here. We have a limited amount of time. But from the album Steady On, tell me about the song Amazing.
Amazing was one of those songs that our A&R person, Brent Bourgeois, played for us, and was really, really excited to play it for us because he thought it was a little different sound for us. We really, really liked it, and it kind of has this subtle sound that really, really grows on you. I mean, everybody didn't go, oh my gosh, I love this song the first time. You know, I really did, but not everybody did. And it just, musically, it's kind of different for us. It's a little more laid back, I think, as far as the way we sing it. And I know for me, it was just kind of I've never sung a song that way before. It's just a really low, kind of connected type song. But more importantly, the message of the song is really neat. It talks about something that we never sung about, and it just talks about how it really is more blessed to give and to do things for other people than it is to receive things. And it just says it in a really cool way.
Consider your needs of the past. When somebody helped, but you never asked. Now think of the joy you received when you reached out to someone else in need. 'Cause some days we laugh, some days we cry, some days we hold it deep inside. Though each day is a gift from on high, what I find amazing, the love we give, the love we gave. Amazing, there's so much more that's in Jesus' name. Amazing, sometimes it's hard to see that it's more blessed to give than receive. Learning from different mistakes, learning to give instead of just take. But when we all start to play, we'll be like colors surrounding the sun as it sets. 'Cause some days we laugh, some days we cry, some days we hold it deep inside. Though each day is a gift from on high, what I find amazing, the love we give, the love we give. Amazing, there's so much more that's in Jesus' name. Amazing, sometimes it's hard to see, but it's more blessed to give than receive. Some days we laugh, some days we cry, some days we hold it deep inside. Though each day is a gift from on high, I'm amazing, the love we give, the love we give. Amazing, there's so much more that's in Jesus' name. Amazing, sometimes it's hard to see that it's more blessed to give than Amazing, sometimes it's hard to see that it's more blessed to give than receive.
Yes, Point of Grace, and amazing. Yes, it is. This is the Point of Grace Study on Radio Special. I'm Jon Rivers talking with Point of Grace about so many of their wonderful songs in this album, including The Wonder of It All.
Teresa Lee.
I think one of the reasons we're very excited about this song is that one of our kind of mentors in Christian music wrote it. Michael W. Smith wrote the music, and then Brent came in with the lyric. And I remember when we heard the lyric the first time, Denise was in the hospital with Spence.
Well,
you hadn't had him yet.
No, I hadn't had him yet. I was
that
sitting in
right?
the hospital for 3 days.
And we were running the lyrics back and forth to her. Do you like this? You know, can you decide whether you're in labor if you like this song?
That brings it all back home. That's right.
But I remember listening to it and just thinking, you know, what we wanted was a song that was edifying and encouraging and a ministering song. And I think that when you listen to this song, you really do sit back and look and see the wonder of God. You know, you can look around at His beautiful creation and see that He is in control and that He is huge and that He is so much bigger than our small problems, and there is a wonder of it all. And to really sit back and to think about that and to know that everything's okay, you know, it's gonna be cool, whatever you're going through, that, you know, if you've got some sleepless nights, just like the lyric says, and I've had those the last few weeks, that God can give you a perspective to kind of sit back and smell the roses and know that there's a wonder in His creation and in Him and in the life that we live in Him. And that's what the song means to me.
Hear the clock strike 2 a.m. Another sleepless night for you. Oh, I have been there too. But there is healing in the hand of God. He will cover everybody. He'll even touch someone like you. It's a natural thing to believe that something wonderful never comes easy. Let it go. There is power in the cross to heal us. There is freedom in the blood that Jesus offered to you. So freely feel the wonder of it all. Let your heart and your mind receive an answer to the call.
Coming up on the Point of Grace Steady On radio special, my favorite song from the album, Saving Grace. Welcome back to the Point of Grace Steady On radio special. I'm Jon Rivers. One of the really fun songs in the album that Terry's kind of excited about, I can tell, is the song Is Alive. This is a good one, too.
I just want to say, before somebody talks about the lyrics and stuff, this song has really surprised me. It's probably my favorite one on the album. And I didn't know it was going to be. It wasn't my favorite one on the demos. It wasn't my favorite one when we recorded it. But since we've had the album, we've been listening to it, it has popped out at me. And I think maybe because this is the only one that I didn't hear the mix on before it was in the list of all the songs. And the first time I heard it, it was totally done, totally mixed, and it struck me as so different than I remember recording it. I don't know if we just recorded it a long time ago, but it was like a whole different group was singing it. It was just totally exciting to me. Yeah, it was for him.
I think it talks about
Heather Floyd.
that feeling when you know there's this urgency and you feel like something's going to happen. There's something going on in the world. Something big is happening. It's the song that's in all of us. It's the song that we so want to scream out to the world. Someday you're going to get on your knees and you're going to proclaim that He is Lord. Do it now, because you're going to be so happy if you do. It's that sense of urgency. I want you to know about God. This is the song of my life. And I think that the music just fits that, you know?
Yeah.
Can you hear the song moving on the wind, calling us home?
Hear the sun moving on the wind, calling us home, drawing us in. It's a wave of love that's melting all resistance. Can you feel it when it starts? It's within the reach of our hearts. It'll change the world around us if we listen. It's the living, breathing message of the mercy of our God. Song is alive, stirring hope in the soul.
Point of Grace, the song is alive from Steady On, their tremendous album with Jon Rivers on the Point of Grace Steady On radio special. I have to ask, of course, about something that at least is apparent to me. And not that you have ever been immature in any way that I know of you. Everyone knows you've always been really straight ahead and had your head squarely on your shoulders, or on your neck, which is on your shoulders anyway. But there does seem to be a new level of maturity in many, many ways. Including musically, your voices, and of course your relationships with each other continue to grow, apparently.
I was in church the other night and we were talking about how important our relationships with each other and building each other up and being the hedge of protection for each other, praying for each other is so important. But what is going to keep you grounded and solid is your intimate relationship with the Lord.
I think we've grown up too. You know, I mean, when we first started, we were just out of college and you know, we hadn't experienced a lot of the things that you experience when you are in your 20s to 30s. You know, that's a big changing time in your life for a lot of people, and a lot of things happen. You get out of college, you get married, you have boyfriends, you move, you get your first place on your own, you do 4 albums, you know, and I think that we have matured. And I think that that's not to say that we are different people or that we are not as sincere as we were at the beginning, but we've matured, and I think that things have changed for us on that level. And our music has always been a reflection of what we loved and who we were and what we wanted to say. You know, I think that that is reflective of your albums, of where you are, who you are, and how your relationships are going with God and with other people. And I guess that's what you're saying, is this a reflection of what we are today.
Now, may I, or even should I tell you my favorite song on the album? Saving Grace.
Good for you.
That is
Brown
so
loves
cool.
that. Look at my mouth is so wide open.
Well, it
That
almost didn't
shocks
get
me.
on there.
God just like completely, because Brown wasn't crazy about it either, and God just like all of a sudden made that song come alive.
Now, what is
that's cool.
neat about Saving Grace to me is that we played the song for Nancy Alcorn, who a lot of people know as the founder and president of Mercy Ministries of America, which is a girls' home for unwed mothers and teenage girls that are in trouble. And we've done a lot of work with them and helped them to raise money to build homes and support the girls. And we played the song for her, and that's when I really, really, really got excited about the song. She listened, she goes, "This is incredible. This is one of our girls. This is 1,000 of our girls that have come through this home." You know, the song talks about a girl named Grace whose father left when she was young and she ran away. And it just talks about our mission as believers. It's all about telling grace about saving grace, about the saving grace of Christ. And so it's kind of got double meaning there, which is cool too.
She had her father's blue eyes. He left home before she arrived. Mama named her Grace. Just getting by on their own. When Grace was 15, she ran from home one December day. And Grace is lost and alone in a world as cold as stone. God is counting on us to reach her with His love. It's all about saving grace, all about living love, being Jesus to those He came to save, sharing life and giving our own away. All about serving God, all about saving grace. She never darkened the door of any church. She would say what for. No one there would care for me. We have to go where she lives. Simply show her who Jesus is. Watch Him set her free. For grace flows down from above, and faith requires a selfless love for a world that's dying to see the hope in you and me. It's all about saving grace, all about living love, being Jesus to those He came to save.
This has been the Point of Grace Steady On radio special from Word Records. Our executive producer was Linda Klosterman. Brad Burkhart was our creative consultant. The interview with Point of Grace was recorded at Family Life Today Studios in Little Rock, Arkansas. The special was produced, mixed, and digitally mastered at River Riders Ranch in Forestburg, Texas. I'm Jon Rivers. Thank you for listening.